Lagos. Absolute pleasure. And we have to celebrate Nigerian women. We have to celebrate women because they have absolutely done us so proud. And we couldn't have been more happy to see that we've come close to shattering the record we had in 1994 in terms of the medals haul or the gold medals itself. We've broken that record. We had 11 in Canada in 94, and we've had 12 in this one. And guess what? 95, 96% of that came from the ladies.
You
And
can't be talking to me anyhow.
no, we can't.
Else.
Of course. Everyone knows that women are a very, very integral part of the society, and they have shown it. They've come to a tournament like this and proven that, goodness gracious, you cannot underestimate the power of a woman.
Now, for all your congratulations to me, despite the fact I didn't do anything, but for all your congratulations to the women's team and the women, the female athletes, please send your WhatsApp messages, and for other things as well. Inside the local room, 20809-440-981. We are streaming live on youtube.com/smooth981fm Lagos. Make sure you go over there, join the live stream, and leave your comments there as well. And you can also take it to Twitter, where we are at smooth981fm. Okay, so let's start off with what we were just talking about. So long jumper Brume broke the Commonwealth Games record to win Team Nigeria's 12th, count them people, 12th gold medal at the ongoing event in Birmingham. Now, she put herself in a commanding position for the gold medal after her fourth attempt gave her a new Commonwealth Games record of 6.99 meters. She also broke the record again a few minutes later with her last attempt after a leap of 7 meters to put her way ahead and clinch Nigeria's last gold of day 10.
Put some respect on Brume's name. You've got to do that because Brume has been incredible. 2 weeks ago, she was at the World Championship, narrowly missed out on a gold medal to the German, jumped 7.04. The German jumped 7.17, and it was quite incredible to do that, to replicate that in a couple of weeks is just fantastic. And I saw her, the level of concentration, the level of desire she puts into what she does, to do 6.99, break the game's record, and then a few minutes later break the record again to do 7.00. Was just quite incredible. And I'm quite pleased for her because she's one that is becoming Miss Reliable going into tournaments, because every time we go to the Olympics, every time we go to the World Championship, the Commonwealth Games, the one name that you're looking out for now is Brume, because you always think that she's going to end on the podium, and she didn't disappoint. Defending champion and defended the title in stupendous fashion.
See, for me, breaking world records is amazing, stunning, fantastic feats and whatnot. But I also like myself a bit of consistency.
Yeah, of course.
Like
Exactly.
Time after time. We need that.
Exactly. I totally agree. For sports people, it's great to have one flash in the pan performance every now and then. But the one thing that keeps you going, the one thing that keeps you at the top of your career as an elite athlete, is consistency. And if you cannot replicate it, I don't think people really rate you that much. And for Brume, she's been doing it for a bit. She's been doing it. She got a medal at the Tokyo Olympics. She got a medal a couple of weeks ago in Eugene. Now she's gotten a gold medal for herself. So I just think that she's coming up in leaps and bounds. And the level of consistency, the hard work she's putting in to her work, it's just incredible.
Now, we also have to talk about the fact that World Hurdles champion Tobi Amusan powered Nigeria's 4x100 meter women's team to gold. Yeah,
that was hard. that was heart wrenching. I sat there and I saw these girls, and goodness gracious, they had a competition in Jamaica, and when Jamaica bring in Ellen Thompson-Herah, that it's a serious business.
And they mean business.
And to be able to beat that Jamaican team and in the manner they did, credit to that team. Favor Philly was brilliant. Was her name? Tobi Amusan anchored the race. Favor Philly took it to another level. But Rosemary Chukwuma, my word, what a performance from her in the third leg, and she was just incredible. Handed it to Mokocha, who just finished it. Those girls were just fantastic. They were just incredible. The sort of performance that you feel that we've come full cycle. We've been in and about. We've been close a few times, but this is that moment where you felt they have finally arrived in the big time. And they're ones to watch out for in the future. You're looking forward to them at the Paris Olympics. You're looking forward to them to at Budapest in the World Championships next year. It's going to be incredible. And congratulations to
Fantastic.
these girls.
Oh, by the way, though,
Congratulations.
I know we've been all about the women of these
Yeah.
games, but the men are not doing badly
No,
at
of course,
all.
of course.
So, can we talk about the men's
Yeah.
4x400 team? Because they also made history. They got a bronze medal, and it was the first medal by the men's 4x100 relay team since
1982.
1982.
That is a long time coming, and congratulations. I thought they were fantastic. You know, when you go into a competition and you are flanked by people who have been there and done that, the Americans, the British, the English rather, the British, the English, the Americans, the Jamaicans. These are people who are very consistent. These are people who, in all honesty, they've got better chances than you because of the structure they have in their system, because of the level of preparedness they put into their work. And to be able to produce what those boys produced yesterday was just incredible. I thought probably they could have gotten maybe silver if the exchange of baton was a little better, but they found a way to create a moment of history for, like you said, first time in 1982. That is way over. That's 40 years.
Podium finish in 40 years.
Yeah, 4x1.
Well,
Incredible.
Well,
Incredible.
We're all right with it. We like it. Like, we don't mind silver or gold, but this one is good too.
Yeah, of course.
Good,
we
good.
are really happy with
Yeah.
and
that team Nigeria,
yeah,
they
team
better get some
Nigeria,
accolades when
come on. We finished 7th on the medals table. We finished with 12 gold medals, and that is incredible. 12 gold medals, 9 silver, 14 bronze. It's quite fantastic because in the end, when you look at Team Nigeria, we always say that, Nigeria will happen to you, because you always look at our teams and we're like, we don't look like we're prepared enough. The people who are in authority, who should be doing what they should be doing, aren't doing what they should be doing. And to go into tournaments like this and show something, I never quite believed in it, but I've come to terms with the fact that there's something called the Nigerian spirit. There's something about being Nigerian, African as a whole. There's something particularly special about being Nigerian because we find the resources. I don't know where we do. We find the moral fiber. We find just something strange to go to the world stage and perform every time. So it's just fantastic. So I think congratulations to the team are in order. I think they've been absolutely fantastic to go out there and achieve what they achieved at the Commonwealth Games.
And another thing that we should be happy about is nobody disappeared. Okay? Because I have to say, there were some disappearances going on. So let's talk about the fact that 10 members of Sri Lanka's Commonwealth Games contingent disappeared. They don't know where they are. Literally. So they came in to Birmingham for the Commonwealth Games, and then 9 athletes and their manager. They're in the air, guys.
Wow. I mean, I saw this story and I'm like, ridiculous. But it's quite, these are stories that you in years gone by, you used to hear Africans used to do that. They go abroad for competitions and they find themselves, they want to stay in the place. And
I'm glad that they cannot tie it to Africa.
Yeah, of course.
This one was Sri Lanka.
The funny thing is that a couple of them we found, the police, the Sri Lankan officials reached out to the authorities and said, we can't find these people. So they started searching for them. They found them, but they couldn't arrest them because they have visas that is going to last for 6 months. So they are legitimately in the country, so they can stay for another 6 months. So they couldn't really arrest them, but clearly they have said that these people are running away because they have the intention to stay and probably look for jobs in the United Kingdom.
Have you seen what's happening in Sri Lanka right now?
I'm really worried because does that affect them in the future? Does that affect them in future meets? Do they look at them and say, we can't really trust these people to come into our country because the last time they came in, I'm just worried for their athletes because obviously there's the Olympics, there's the World Championships coming next year as well. I'm really worried for them. I'm sincerely worried for them. It's never a good thing,
The
but
athletes too are worried for themselves. That's why they're trying to escape. I don't know what to tell you.
But it's sad. It's never a good story. It's never a good story because I mean, he obviously tells the situation of things
Oh
from
yeah,
a Sri Lankan
yeah, it
perspective. You
is
know, it's not great out there in Sri
bad.
Lanka. So for them to do that, I mean, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Now we got this message in Taya from Aja saying Jackpot has reached Sri Lanka. Whilst Josh says, now I get why we have two Mother's Days. These women are super impressive. They
Mm.
always show up for us when we need them the most. Oh,
That's a
just
brilliant comment. 2 months.
yeah, and Josh is saying, oh, where's Tega? Oh, Josh, actually, I was going to tell you this. Tega showed up like a couple of minutes before the show just because of the news. She was like, where are the men in the studio? I need to tell them. I need to show them who's boss. And that was literally why
Trust
she came
Tega,
in.
trust Tega to really milk it. But I mean, it's deserved. Come on. I mean, anybody at this point in this country who doesn't have the, as I mean, I'm talking to the gentleman. Anybody at at this time who doesn't have the, the respect for what these girls have done. I mean, I'm sorry, should have his head examined clearly because these women have done incredible. I mean, it is just unbelievable, and I'm really proud of them.
And Ronson says the ladies are always doing us proud. 12 gold medals, all by women. That's unprecedented. I doff my hat for all women, says Ronson. Okay, and let's take a look at football news now. And Erling Haaland grabbed a brace in his Premier League debut to get Manchester City out of the box on Sunday, and he was cheered on by his family members. Oh, this is
Comment the hour, comment the man, comment Erling Braut Haaland. What a play! And to have your parents in the stands, cheering you on. He's got a fit-looking dad in Inga Haaland. It was just fantastic for him because it was a moment that they've been waiting for. City last season, it was well documented, played without a recognized centre forward, and obviously Pep Guardiola needed a centre forward to come in and do a job, and they paid hefty for Erling Haaland. It was a game that was tailor made for him, and it was just fantastic to see him, come on the scene and score 2 goals on his debut. Great fairy tale story for the amount of money they paid for him, and it was just great for him because his all round play was good. Looked a bit disappointing when it was taken off because he scored a hat trick on his Dortmund debut in Germany a few years ago, and I'm sure he wanted to score another hat trick, but didn't quite happen. He was taken off, but great debut for him. And Man City is a taste for things to come. I think he's going to score a lot of goals in this league, and Premier League defenders be on the watch out.
All right, and on that note, we're going to take a quick break, but when we get back, we've got more sports here for you right here inside the locker room. Keep it tuned. Do not go anywhere, especially up on youtube.com/smooth981 FM Lagos.
Your number one radio station.
Oh,
Big protein breakfast.
YouTubers.
That's the secret to how Mom wakes
What
up
do you
early,
make of all
makes
of this?
breakfast first, and runs off to work. How
Hey,
Jane
actually,
was
that's true.
nice
I'm
and
looking
still
for your
gets
messages.
praised
Where are your
at
messages?
school. No matter how busy they are, they're never too tired to play with me. And that's because they never leave home without a big protein breakfast.
Start every day with a peak breakfast enriched with protein to keep you going.
Peak. Reach for your peak.
Imagine a life with zero worries. Imagine a world where you're relaxed and free. Where all your dreams
With Pay Financial, you have zero worries when it's time to pay your bills, rent, school fees, and vacation. We'll be here making it easy for you.
Visit our website www.pagefinancials.com.
Man, this Premier
Call
League, but nobody was sleeping this
01700
weekend.
Page
What is
I said this Premier League, but nobody was sleeping this weekend.
Hey,
I was just seeing Instagram posts, people with their red eyes. This is me. Why are they doing this to me? I was like, whoa, okay. It's really started. Oh, okay, we're in.
It's my
20.
wedding day. The important things in life are powered by data. Dial *141# to choose any data plan that works for you. Airtel, the smartphone network. This is Smooth.
All right, and we are back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we are. It's gone past 8:30. Let's get back into the sports stories and a lot going on. So after we've seen Haaland's brilliant debut, let's talk reality check because we've got this one in hold on one second. We've got this one in Inni. So let's have a look at this because it's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Brighton survived a late onslaught to secure a first win at Old Trafford and condemn Eric Ten Hag to a losing start as Manchester United manager. This is a terrible article.
This is
Oh, sorry, wrong
yeah.
one.
This is the time for, as Man United fans, you probably look away or put off your radio because it was a damning result.
Guys.
It was a bad result, for
Oh.
for all the celebration, for all the excitement about, for all the hula baloo about a new manager Ten Hag coming through. A taste of things to come. There's going to be a change at Old Trafford. A bright start, new beginning, and all the whatnot. It was such a bad performance for United, particularly in the first 45. Brighton bossed the game in the first half, scored 2 goals deservedly at Old Trafford. What a poor one for United. And I feel for the manager. I really do, because to walk into a space where you look at the players who were not just up to scratch, they looked like they were bereft of ideas, they looked like they didn't know what to do. Bruno Fernandes looked off the pace, had a brilliant chance in the opening 20 minutes and blazed it over the bar. It was such a bad result for United. I feel for them. I generally do, because
No. I feel for the fans.
yeah, of course, yeah.
My
I think-
timeline was littered with red eyes and crying emojis.
yeah.
Why the Premier League starts only for them to break my heart like this? I was like, what?
It hasn't started. That's the thing. To lose a game on the opening day of the season, I mean, everything that had needed to go bad went bad. I mean, to lose a game on the opening day in front of your fans, because they were so excited, they were so,
They were crying.
they were vociferous before the game. They were cheering on Old Trafford. Theatre of Dreams
And
turned
then
out
after the game,
theater of nightmares.
Yeah.
It was nightmares. It was nightmares. I don't think the result was as hurting as the performance. I thought, sometimes you lose a football game. Sometimes the reality of football is that you win sometimes, you will win, you will lose sometimes. But when you play badly and lose, it's a bitter pill to swallow. It's quite difficult to take, because you do not understand how a team, made up of superstar players, you are earning I mean, what a player like, let's say, a player like Jadon Sancho is earning could be what 3 Brighton players are earning weekly, and to have that kind of squad and not be able to pull your weight and perform in the way you need them to perform was quite bad. It was really bad. And where do they go from here? Because they've got to start performing badly, or else there will be people will start creating memes for them on social media. But it wasn't a good day. But for Brighton, from a Brighton perspective, I thought it was a brilliant performance. It created the chances in the first half. Danny Welbeck, special mention, brilliant performance for him.
okay, the messages have already started coming in. So Casey Michael says, if you want to brighten your day, please don't watch Manchester United's games going forward. Casey, you're a real comic. And Mecca from Amusan says, special kudos to our ladies for making us proud of the Commonwealth Games. National awards should be the least expected from the country.
Fantastic. Good suggestion. Good suggestion.
And as for Manchester United, I missed their comedy football. If you're sad and you need a smile, then watch Manchester United and they will brighten up your day. The banter era continues. Yes, guys. Let's see what other puns we can make with Brighton. Jesse from Ojo says, oh, wow. I don't know what to make of this message. I'm just gonna read it. Tell me what you think, y'all. So Jesse from Ojo says, I sincerely believe that he puts this in italics and bold. The female gender now understands Jesus died and resurrected for them too. It's their miracle, not magic. Please. No one should envy them. Okay. Thank you. Cruz says, Man U fans should calm down. Arsenal had a worse start last season and they still have all season to leave the relegation zone. Whilst Robinson says regarding Haaland, says, honestly, what I see is positional and transitional play in the Charity Shield. I knew Haaland would be a handful for defenders. He's going to score 20 plus goals. gosh.
Mm.
All right, and Taya says Brighton sold its midfielder and left back and still schooled Ten Hag. I hope people won't scream hangouts. And Jabril says, can the FA bring Arsenal versus Man United matches forward? Congratulations to Chopin's gender. Thank you, Jabril on the road. And Biggie from Kitty says, let me start by saying Gunners for life. Arsenal started on a good note. Saka was on fire. Haaland was lit for City, and Man U has fallen under the hands of the gods of banter. Okay.
The gods of banter.
Yes, so they're really having fun with this, man. Okay, so let's move on now. And Manchester United have had a bid of around 9 million euros. That's for Marco Arnautovic, which was rejected by Bologna. Now, United are keen on bringing the former West Ham and Stoke forward, who scored 43 goals in the Premier League, back to England.
I mean, for United, I didn't quite know how to react to this story because I'm looking at Marko Arnautovic, and former Premier League player, but over 30. And is that the kind of player United should be looking out for? I'm not particularly sure, but obviously they need a quick fix. They don't know what will happen with Cristiano Ronaldo, whether he stays at the end of the transfer window. They're not quite sure. Martial can't stay fit. He's already injured start of the season. But £8 million for Marko Arnautovic, that doesn't look a bad deal for a player over 30. But it's just getting from bad to worse. United have been horribly run, and everyone who knows football knows that they are at the top, not behaving like a big club.
Mm-hmm. Okay then. Well, let's. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. This tunnel just seems long for you guys. It's all right. You'll survive. All right, and let's have a look at this one as we go from Man U to Chelsea now, because Chelsea are reportedly ready to pull off one of the signings of the summer. Now, according to reports from Spain, Frankie de Jong is set to leave Barcelona next week with the Blues in pole position.
Yeah, the Blues pulling up a really, really important signing. If they get this over the line, it will be absolutely fantastic. Frankie de Jong is a good player, tailor-made for the kind of football Thomas Tuchel wants to play, that tiki-taka, move the ball faster in a very, very transitional way. I like Frankie de Jong. I think he's a really good footballer. He's been chased all summer by Manchester United, who haven't quite behaved like Manchester United should behave. And now Chelsea have gotten in pole position to sign Frankie de Jong. If they end up getting
£59 million,
yeah,
plus Barcelona targets Marcos Alonso.
Of course, Barcelona are looking for a Chelsea player. It's a case of, I want something from you, you want something from me. So it will be easy to do business. And
I feel like this signing of footballers is more like hostage negotiations. Who do you have? Oh yeah, give them to me. I don't know, man.
A lot of money exchanging hands in the end. A lot of money exchanging hands in the end. But I think it would be a good signing for Chelsea. Frankie de Jong, I think he's made for the Premier League, the kind of football he plays. His ability to move the ball from midfield to attack is something that would help Chelsea a lot. And Chelsea are quietly a bit light in that midfield area. That's why they want Frankie de Jong to come in. Would be a good signing for them if they can pull this off.
And Shay says, at the weekend, the man in you was brightened up. He goes on to say, let's relish and praise to the high heavens, our brilliant and gallant men and women in Birmingham. The sports ministry should wake up and support our athletics. I don't want to hear sports ministry wanting to take these Oregon and Birmingham glories.
It's something that they are very famous for. They will come out and say, oh, wow, we've done it. I don't quite like it. I know, seriously, I don't quite like it, because I feel like these girls and the gentlemen who have gone to this tournament and made Nigeria proud have come there and done Nigeria proud by their own making, by their hard work, by their determination, and not the contributions of, obviously they'll tell you, oh, we gave them tracks, oh, we flew them abroad, oh, come on. But the truth of the matter is that whatever happened at Birmingham is all down to the hard work of the men and women, the gallant men and women of Nigeria.
Okay, Chopin can beg, but I'm not sure Klopp will hear her. But it's all right. So let me read this one. Jesse saying, Chopin, please help me beg Klopp to sign a midfield creative player now, before it's too late. I beg. Liverpool is in dire need of that. Okay, I beg him, please, Cop, can you hear me?
Yeah.
We're begging you, creative midfield player, now. You've heard me beg for you, right? I'm sure he heard that wherever he is. Okay, and this one in from Ola saying congratulations to all the ladies and those who won medals at the Commonwealth Games. Brands in Nigeria, please wake up and support
Yeah,
female sports since the
fantastic.
other gender is slipping. EPL started on a Brighton note with Man U showing, I'm telling you, the gods of banter, they really said it. With Man U showing they did not do business and Arsenal showing the money they spent. Well, it's too early to say, Sha. That's what he ended with. Okay, and real quick, let's talk about this one now. Brentford forward Brian Mbumo has committed his international future to Cameroon with less than 4 months to go before the start of the Indomitable Lions World Cup campaign.
Yeah, French born player, grew up in France, learns the culture in France, but he's got a Cameroon parent, father actually, and France, Cameroon are going to play at the World Cup. I know they love this, African, European based African players, always do this, and it's beginning to look really irritating to me, and it's my personal opinion because I just feel like this guy waits for a long time for a French call up and it doesn't come and he wants to play for his own team. And that doesn't sit well with me because I just feel like the guy who grew up in Nigeria, say in Lagos, in Ajegunle or Surulere, understands the reality and the passion to play for Nigeria than the guy who grew up in London and has a Chukuma or Chukwuemeka has his surname. And I don't have a problem with them playing for the country. I just feel like we are getting into that mojo where we're just looking in Europe. Anybody that has a surname of African descent, we say, please come and play for us. I don't have a problem with that. But once you're doing it too much, you're calling anybody that has a surname that is Nigerian. But Brad Brume is a good player. He's a very good player. I like him. I think he will be a good contributor to that Cameroon squad. Obviously, Cameroon are going to the World Cup, and France can't do that with it. He's looking forward to that.
There you go.
Start right.
Started off. Yes, there was some haterade going on, but it's okay. We'll survive. I get where you're coming from, but at the end of the day, it's like the emphasis is put up. So it's that love triangle, right? This one loves this one, that one loves that one loves this one, and you're like, okay, because the players want to play for the country that they were raised in,
of course,
right?
and it's totally understandable.
Then the countries they weren't raised, they want them to play for them. Then you see, it's the triangle. Then the ones that were raised in the country want to play for the country. Ain't nobody looking at the right person. That's all I can say. Guys, remember, look at the next one if the first one doesn't do well with you. Okay, and that is that for the locker room. We've come to the end of the show. Make sure you find any Monday on, and I'm at Chuckman Martins, and y'all have been sending in your messages like fire. Thanks for the banter. Thank you. It was brightening my day. There you go. I also joined in.